everyone, Viola here from Yoga by Viola, coming at you with our very first sequence for the Yoga by Viola YouTube channel. So happy to premiere it with you guys. What we're going to be going over today is just a really simple sequence to open up the hips and relieve tension in the hips. So when you think about the hips, you can't think about the hips exclusively. You have to think about the muscles and the tendons around them, specifically the quadricep muscles, which are the muscles located in front of the thighs, the hamstrings, which are located in the back of the thighs, the glutes, or the booty muscles, and also the tendons and whatnot connecting all of these muscle groups together. They all are major components to focus on when you're thinking about the ball and socket joint that is the hips. We use do most of our mobility from these joints, so they have a heavy burden to bear. And so we want to keep them as relaxed as we possibly can. So this sequence is a pretty simple one. It's about 15 minutes, something that you can do at home or at work. Just some simple stretches to help relieve tension in the muscles and around the glutes, and around the hips, but also relieve tension in the glutes and the quads and the hamstrings, which tend to lead to stress in the hips. So we're going to be relieving the entire muscle group around the hip today. I hope you enjoy it and have a good time. What you're going to need is a mat. You can do it on a carpet, just something that's not going to have you slipping and moving around. You want something slip resistant. And then as well, you want to grab maybe a blanket or two, because we're going to be coming onto our knees. If you have sore knees or sensitive knees, you're going to want to roll a towel or maybe a blanket underneath your knees. You're going to also want a water bottle, or if you get thirsty or whatnot, you can definitely grab a water bottle, but it's not really super necessary. But I will see you guys back here on our mats in a flash. Alright guys, we're back at it here on our mats for this really simple sequence to open up the hips. Don't worry, we won't be doing anything too extensive today. No down dogs and chaturangas, whatnot. Most of the time we'll be on our knees, on our mat, so it'll be a really simple warm-up sequence, something just to get the hips nice and relaxed. So what we want to do is start in a tabletop position, shoulders directly over wrist, hips directly over knees. Knuckles sunk and rooted into the mat here. At the same time, you want to sink the fronts of the feet into the mat and root them into the mat as well. You want to press through with the knuckles so that the fingers are basically free agents. They can come up to fly if need be. And from here, we're just going to take a couple cat-cows to get the spine nice and warmed up. So we'll inhale here for cow, drawing the heart chakra to the heavens. Glutes come up to the sky as well, creating a nice neutral shape here in the spine. Exhale, draw the brain to the groin here, coming up for cat. Creating a nice upside down U shape with the spine. Also creating space in the vertebrae. Once again, inhale, cow. Sternum comes forward. Really neutral U shape here. Exhale, brain to groin, cat. Creating space in the vertebrae. Inhale, come back to neutral. From here, what we're going to do is extend the left leg in front of us. Right leg back. Inhale here, grow the spine long. Exhale, grab the inside of the right foot with the left hand. Inhale once again, grow the spine long. Heart chakra goes forward, so you're not dumping here, but really try to grow the heart chakra forward. On the exhale, begin to kick up and into the hand. Lengthening out the quadricep muscle, also lengthening out the psoas, which is a tendon in front of the right hip. It's also on the left side of the hip, so we just want to lengthen that out. Inhale here, exhale, kick, kick, kick. Release the leg, release the knee. Sink them back into the mat. Inhale, right hand goes forward. Left leg goes back behind you. Exhale, grab hold of the inside of that left foot with the right hand. Inhale here, heart chakra goes forward, sternum forward. Exhale, kick back and into the hand, lengthening out the left quadricep muscle. Also opening up the heart chakra here. Inhale, spine goes long. Exhale, kick up and into the hand, into the hand, into the hand. Exhale, slowly release the knee, the leg, the foot. Right hand planted. From here, what we're going to move into next is a similar sequence, but a little bit different in that the arms will be still rooted, but the legs will be up. So on the inhale, the left leg will come up to fly. Flex the left foot. So Barbie, kin. So what we want is a kin foot here. A nice flat flexed foot. And on the inhale, grow the spine long, root the hands into the mat. Exhale, swing the left leg out, kick it out like a karate kick. Inhale it back to center using the hips here. Exhale, kick it out, karate kick. 2 more. Inhale it back to center, slow and steady. Exhale, karate kick, kick it out. Use light into the hip. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, kick it out once more. Inhale it back to center, final one. Exhale, kick it out. Release the knee. Opposite side. Inhale, right leg comes up. Flex your foot, kin foot here. On the inhale, we're going to inhale, grow the spine long here. Exhale, kick that right leg out, swing the right hip out. Inhale it back to center. 4 more. Inhale it here. Exhale, kick it out. Inhale it back to center. 2 more. Exhale, kick it out. Inhale it back to center. 1 more. Kick it out. Utilizing the hips here to swing the leg out. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, child's pose. Drawing the hips back to rest on the heels. At the same time, lengthening the arms out in front of you. Maybe drawing the forehead down to the mat. Inhale here through the nose. Exhale out of the nose. And from here, what I want you to do is start to slowly open up the knees. One by one. And then from there, start to draw the hips up. Position the hands directly underneath the chest here. And then from here, find your kin feet, flexing the feet as you widen the legs out, creating a nice 90-degree angle right here with the calf and the back of the hamstring. So I could fit a cube here. That's the structure that I want, the shape that I want, a nice 90-degree angle on the back of the legs. And then what you want to do from here is start to widen the knees out to the left and the right so you can sink into the hips a little bit more. Great opportunity to take a towel under the knees here if your knees are sensitive. From here, what we want to do, by the way, this is frog pose. From here, what we want to do is come onto the forearms. Allow the body to melt into this pose. Maybe you start to pulse back and forth, slowly allowing your hips to get acclimated to this position. Inhaling through the nose as you come up, exhaling out of the nose. Inhale, cleansing breath. Exhale out of the nose. Now, if this is a little bit too much on the hips, coming onto the forearms, you can stay with your hands rooted into the mat here. And you can pulse here. What we want to do is spend some time in this pose, just allowing the body to slowly get acclimated here, allowing the hips to draw themselves open. Deep cleansing inhale here. Maybe you close the eyes, focusing on the breath, not worrying about trying to remove the thoughts, but focusing on the breath so that the thoughts disperse on their own, dropping into the meditative state here. Exhale, start to come all the way up. This is how we want to move out of frog safely, just drawing the heart chakra forward. And then from there, you can scooch the legs in safely. Right leg in, left leg in. From here, we're going to root the fronts of the feet into the mat, the hands on the outside of the chest here, drawing the elbows back. Cleansing inhale through the nose here, rooting through the knuckles. As we inhale, we come up for cobra, drawing the heart chakra to the heavens. Little to no weight in the hands. Activating and engaging the belly here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise back up to tabletop position, coming onto the knees here. And from here, what we want to do is slowly draw the right foot forward so we're in a low lunge. You can scooch and tuck the left leg out to get that knee out a little bit. From here, what I want you to do is take your left hand a little bit to the left, so maybe it's just off the mat. Scooch and tuck the right foot a little bit off the mat as well. And then from here, inhale, the right hand comes up to the sky. Exhale, root the right hand into the right knee. Start to open up the hips here for lizard. Once again, I like to pulse and bounce a little bit. So moving to your left and your right, swinging the hips ever so slightly, maybe stirring the pot, stirring the hips here, switching sides, inhaling a cleansing breath here as you stir the hips. When you're ready, we'll inhale once again. Exhale, start to bend the left knee, grab hold of the left foot with the right hand. Now, if you can't do this, you don't have to. If you'd like to try it and you can't reach the foot, you can just use a strap. But what this does is further opens up the front of the left quad so that we can start to relieve the tension around that muscle, which if it's tight, will pull on the hips as well. So slowly draw the foot to the glutes. Once again, moving it around. We don't have to be stagnant in our poses. We can move around and, explore a little bit here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release the foot slowly with control. Right hand windmills back around. Slowly tuck and scooch the right foot in. Left foot comes back. And from here, we just switch sides. Swinging that right knee down to the mat. Inhaling the left leg up for a low lunge on this side. Drawing the right hand off of the mat, just a tad, tucking and scooching the left foot off the mat. Inhaling the left hand up to the heavens. Exhale, rooting the left hand into the left knee. And from here, slowly opening up the hips here in lizard. Mixing your pot, really rotating through here, through the hips. Once again, if this is painful and your hips are really tight, you don't have to do this. But if you'd like to invite exploration into your stretch here, feel free to do so. You don't have to make it as big. You can just kind of pulse left and right, forward and back, finding what's comfortable for you here. Continuing to inhale a cleansing breath, exhaling out of the nose. When you're ready, inhale here. Exhale, start to bend the right knee. And go ahead and grab the right foot with the left hand, drawing the right foot to the glutes. Maybe pulsing back and forth here. Rocking to and fro. Exploring this pose a little bit more. slowly release the foot with control. Windmill the left hand around. Tuck and scooch, tuck and scooch. That left leg in. You can slowly swing it out and around from here. And then what we're going to do is inhale this right leg up and slowly start to draw the shin down to the mat for pigeon. Tuck and scooch the left toe so that you can really draw that right hip down. If the hip is still kind of high here, what I want you to do is roll a towel or a blanket and tuck it underneath that right hip so you're not fighting for balance here. If you feel any pain in the knee here, what I want you to do is slowly draw the foot closer to the groin. If the hips are fairly open by now, maybe you can draw this foot up a little bit more so you have kind of a 90-degree angle with the knee and the shin here. Mat's coming up. Make sure the knee, the left knee in particular, is directly underneath the leg. Sometimes we kind of scooch the knee out to the left here and drop to the right side of the hip so that we don't feel as much of the sensation in this pose. But that sensation is the hip slowly inviting itself to open up, and that's what we want. So tuck the knee directly underneath the leg here. And make sure you're sitting right on top of the hips. The glutes are stacked right on top of the hips, not coming to the left or to the right. You can rest here, or you can slowly start to invite the left forearm down, looking over to your right to go into the stretch a little bit more. Inhaling through the nose here. Exhale out of the nose, then slowly bring maybe the right forearm down. You can rest here, or maybe you lengthen out the arms and the whole head comes down. And then from here, prayer hands just over the head. Resting here, cleansing inhale through the nose. Cleansing exhale out of the nose. Inhale, slowly make your way back up. Tucking the toes here. Tucking the left toe as you slowly swing the right leg back. High plank. From here, slowly guide the left shin forward. Tucking and scooching the right leg back. Once again, make sure the knee is directly underneath the leg here. Inhale to grow the spine long. Exhale, maybe right shin comes down. Right forearm comes down. Look over the left shoulder to get deep into that stretch, keeping the left hand rooted. Twisting the torso here ever so slightly. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out of the nose. Sweet fluid breath. Then go ahead and bring the left forearm down. Resting here. You might find that one side's a little bit tighter than the other. And if that be the case, mindfully position your body where you feel comfortable. But also try to invite the stretch in as much as you can. Maybe the right hand goes long, left hand goes long, head comes down. Prayer hands overhead. Inhale, everything comes up. Tuck the right toe, slowly draw the hips up. Step the left leg back, high plank. Come on to the knees. Hope you guys enjoyed that short hip opening sequence and that it was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments or anything that you'd like to see, please post them below and share them below. Also, subscribe to my channel for a new yoga sequence and a Be Liberated tip and trick video each week, in addition to some other cool things coming your way. If you guys want to follow me, feel free to do so on the gram. I love Instagram. I'm all about pictures and playtime on there, so you guys can find me on the gram if you'd like. It's at Yoga by Biala, and then I also have one for Be Liberated, so that's YOGABYBIOLA, and you can also go to Be Liberated, BELIBERATED, and those are both with the @ sign at the beginning. Yeah, I look forward to like chilling and hanging out with you guys and like exploring more yoga here and just empowering us all and empowering the world, I guess. We'll see where it goes from here. I'll check back with you guys next week. Have a good day. Peace.